Imagine a vast desert. The sun beats down relentlessly. Sand stretches as far as the eye can see now. Picture a ribbon of blue cutting through this harsh landscape. This is the Nile River, a lifeline in the arid expanse of ancient Egypt. For millennia, the Nile was more than just a river. It was the lifeblood of a civilization, a source of sustenance, a route for trade, and a canvas for cultural expression. The ancient Egyptians recognized the Nile's importance. They called it Ar or Or, meaning black, referring to the rich, fertile soil it deposited. This black soil was a gift, transforming the arid land into fertile fields. Without the Nile, Egypt would have remained barren and inhospitable. The river's annual floods brought life-giving water and nutrient-rich silt to the land. The Nile's impact went beyond agriculture. It shaped Egyptian society, religion, and even their understanding of the cosmos. The Nile River transformed the Egyptian landscape. It turned what would have been barren desert into a fertile breadbasket. This dramatic transformation was due to the river's annual floods. Each year, monsoon rains in the Ethiopian highlands would cause the Nile to swell. The floodwaters would then spill over its banks, inundating the surrounding land. This flooding might seem destructive, but it was the key to Egypt's agricultural success. As the floodwaters receded, they left behind a layer of nutrient-rich silt. This fertile deposit, known as black soil, was ideal for growing crops. Farmers could cultivate a variety of crops, including wheat, barley, flax, and papyrus. The Nile's predictable floods allowed the Egyptians to develop sophisticated irrigation systems. This abundance of food allowed the population to grow and thrive. The Nile was not just a source of sustenance, it was also a liquid highway. The river flowed from south to north, connecting the different regions of Egypt. This natural waterway facilitated trade and cultural exchange throughout the kingdom. Boats laden with goods sailed up and down the Nile, transporting agricultural produce, building materials, and luxury goods. The Nile's current aided southbound travel, while the prevailing northerly winds made it easier to sail back upriver. This natural advantage made the Nile a vital artery for commerce. It allowed for the distribution of goods and resources, fostering economic growth and prosperity. Beyond trade, the Nile also facilitated cultural exchange. Ideas, beliefs, and artistic styles traveled along the river, creating a more interconnected and vibrant Egyptian society. The Nile's role as a cultural conduit helped to unify the kingdom, fostering a shared identity and sense of belonging among the Egyptians. The Nile was central to Egyptian life, so it was only natural that it would play a significant role in their religious beliefs. The ancient Egyptians personified the river as a god, Hapi. He was depicted as a benevolent figure, often painted blue or green to represent the Nile's waters. Hapi was the god of fertility and abundance, responsible for the annual floods that brought life to the land. The Egyptians held elaborate festivals to honor Hapi and ensure a bountiful flood. They made offerings of food, drink, and precious objects to appease the god and secure his blessings. The timing of the Nile's floods was closely watched. A good flood meant a prosperous year, while a weak flood could lead to famine and hardship. The Nile's life-giving waters also influenced Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife. The deceased would journey across the river to reach this realm, where they hoped to enjoy an eternal existence. Section 5. Pharaohs and the Power of the Flood. The Nile's role in governance. The Nile's influence extended to the very heart of Egyptian governance. The pharaoh, the divine ruler of Egypt, was seen as the guarantor of the Nile's annual flood. He was responsible for maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order that ensured the stability of the universe. This included the Nile's predictable floods, which were essential for the kingdom's prosperity. Pharaohs undertook elaborate rituals and made offerings to the gods to ensure a bountiful inundation. They were also responsible for maintaining the irrigation systems that controlled the floodwaters. A successful flood reflected well on the pharaoh's rule, demonstrating his divine favor and ability to provide for his people. Conversely, a weak or delayed flood could be interpreted as a sign of the pharaoh's failing favor with the gods. This could lead to unrest among the populace, who relied on the pharaoh to ensure their well-being. The Nile's unpredictable nature could, therefore, pose a challenge to the Pharaoh's authority. Section 6 echoes in stone monumental milestones along the Nile. The Nile was not just a source of life. It was a canvas for human ingenuity and ambition. The ancient Egyptians left their mark on the river's banks, erecting monumental structures reflecting their beliefs and power. These structures, from towering pyramids to majestic temples, stand today as testaments to the Nile's centrality in Egyptian civilization. The pyramids, perhaps the most iconic of all Egyptian monuments, were intricately linked to the Nile. Constructed using limestone quarried near the river, their location was significant. Built on the west bank, the side associated with the setting sun and the realm of the dead, the Nile served as a symbolic boundary between the land of the living and the afterlife. Section 7. The heart of a civilization, the Nile's enduring legacy in Egyptian society. The Nile's impact on ancient Egypt extended far beyond its physical presence. The river permeated every aspect of Egyptian life, shaping their culture, beliefs, and identity. From farmers to pharaohs, the Nile was an ever-present force shaping their daily lives. The Nile's predictable floods created a sense of order and rhythm in society. The annual inundation marked the agricultural cycle, dictating planting, harvesting, and festivals. This cyclical pattern shaped Egyptian concepts of time, renewal, and the afterlife. The Nile's generosity allowed for a complex civilization. Abundant food led to advancements in art, architecture, mathematics, and astronomy. Artists created exquisite works reflecting their unique cultural identity. Section 8. Unearthing the Past, the Future of Archaeology along the Nile. The Nile continues to captivate our imagination, holding secrets of a civilization that flourished millennia ago. The river's banks and its depths are still yielding archaeological treasures, offering tantalizing glimpses into the past and reshaping our understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization. The future of archaeology along the Nile promises even more exciting discoveries as new technologies and innovative techniques are employed to unlock the river's hidden stories. Recent years have seen remarkable archaeological finds along the Nile. In 2020, a team of archaeologists unearthed a vast, lost golden city near Luxor, dating back to the reign of Amenhotep III. This remarkable discovery included well-preserved houses, workshops, and even a bakery, offering valuable insights into daily life in ancient Egypt. Underwater archaeology is also revealing the Nile's submerged secrets. The ancient city of Heraklion, once a bustling port city, was swallowed by the sea centuries ago. Divers have recovered stunning artifacts from this underwater site, including colossal statues, gold coins, and perfectly preserved wooden boats, providing a glimpse into the city's former grandeur. Section 9. The Nile's place in the grand tapestry of history. The Nile's story is not confined to the borders of ancient Egypt. The river's influence extends far beyond, weaving its way into the grand tapestry of human history. Its legacy can be traced through the rise and fall of empires, the exchange of ideas and technologies, and the development of human civilization itself. The Nile played a pivotal role in the development of writing and mathematics. The need to track the river's floods and manage agricultural resources led to the development of sophisticated record-keeping systems. The Egyptians developed hieroglyphics, a system of pictorial writing, and a decimal numeral system, both of which had a profound influence on other civilizations. The Nile also facilitated trade and cultural exchange between Egypt and other parts of the ancient world. Egyptian goods, from grain and papyrus to gold and linen, were highly prized throughout the Mediterranean. Trade routes crisscrossed the region, connecting Egypt to Mesopotamia, Greece, Rome, and beyond. Section 10. Conclusion. The eternal flow of the Nile and its impact on humanity. The Nile River, a shimmering ribbon of life flowing through the desert, has captivated human imagination for millennia. Its story is inseparable from the rise of ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished on its banks, drawing sustenance, inspiration, and a unique cultural identity from its life-giving waters. The Nile's legacy extends far beyond the sands of Egypt, influencing the course of history, shaping the development of human civilization and leaving an indelible mark on our shared human story. The Nile's eternal flow, a symbol of resilience and renewal, continues to inspire, reminding us of the interconnectedness of life and the enduring power of human ingenuity and creativity.